but may have something to do with her friends they all getting married, and she's frustrated, and haven't asked her that I haven't asked her that I'm no that I'm not the married kind, and I have needs. I'll read it again, all right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go again. Let's go again. Yeah.
Yes. My girlfriend of 5 years has been withholding sex. She won't admit it, but it may have something to do with her friends. They all getting married, and she's frustrated that I haven't asked her. I'm not the marrying kind, and I need help, guys.
Oh. That's what I can say at the beginning of that one. Oh. Okay, let me start that one off. You know what I've noticed, yeah, when I do these questions, I always do it like from the backwards front. But that doesn't matter. As long as we give the person advice, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Good advice. Yeah.
Exactly. From the thing that pops out to me the most, he has said, I'm not the marrying kind. So the fact you said you're not the marrying kind, like, yeah, she's feeling a type of way because everyone's getting married apart from her. I'm hoping you guys have had this conversation.
Hoping, because that's a key point there.
Yes.
He's saying he's not the married kind. Alright.
And this is the thing, because me, I can talk for myself. I have planned my wedding since I was young. My wedding's planned down to my dress, down to what's on the table. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for some females, you know, it's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
That's the day they get to act like a princess.
Yes.
Or something like that. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big day. So I think if you're in a relationship and your partner doesn't even want to get married, that's a conversation that definitely has to happen.
Yeah.
It definitely has to happen. Because otherwise you're just stuck in a sense. That's just really kind of sad. But okay, let's get into the beginning of it now, because I'm doing it back to forth. So my girlfriend 5 years has been withholding sex. Oh, okay. I don't know what to say to that part there, because it happens sometimes, and it depends how long it's been for. Because sometimes females just don't feel to have sex.
Yeah.
It's just it could be the time of the month. It could just be, I don't know, hormones going everywhere. Sometimes we just don't feel to have sex. Sometimes we just don't want you to touch us.
That's true.
But he's not telling us how long.
That's true.
Because if it's like a few months, then it's like, yeah, then she's mad. Like, yeah, she's mad. But if it's like a couple weeks, relax yourself. So you're fine.
Happen.
Yeah. You've got to take time with that one. But she won't admit it. But it may have something to do with her friends or getting married and she's frustrated she's not. To be honest with you, if you have had the conversation and you've said, you know, I don't want to get married, whatever, and she said, yeah, that's fine. But now she's seen it, she's starting to feel away. Now it's sinking in.
Everybody else is getting married and she's there, like, you know,
yes.
Business.
That's just, oh, darling, that is a bit sad, isn't it? That is a bit. I don't know, sir. What I can say to you is, right, you need to sit down and have a proper conversation with her, because it depends, and ages as well. Because I know right now I'm not ready to get married, even though I know how I want my wedding to be one day and all that stuff there. I know I'm not really at a point to go and get married right now. But I think when you're in a relationship, you really have to talk about stuff like that at times. Obviously, at the beginning, you don't really want to be talking to the person about getting married and marriage. You don't want to scare them off. But when you know it's getting serious, in a sense, then you're going to have to start, you know, you're going to have to talk about that. Because I know some people who don't want to get married, who don't want children. They just say, I don't want any children, I don't want marriage. Right. And they're very clear with that when they enter relationships. But this is issues when you don't communicate.
Communication is key always.
Always.
It's always key.
Always. When it comes to relationships, always. If there's no communication there, your relationship's just gonna... And if you heard that, it's just gonna plop.
maybe the friends have been pushing her lately, you know. Why you and him him not getting married yet? What's the hold up, you know? So she's feeling that kind of way now.
Because when your friends are in your ears, right? And the thing is, you know, when it comes to a wedding as well, now I'm getting excited. Oh, I love weddings. And you get to the wedding and you get in the dress, right? Because so, you know, you go there, you go to the thing, you have your little drink and stuff. It's the whole process, I think, with a wedding for a female.
Yeah.
It's because, you know, you have your hen do. It's just a whole build up to the big day. And it's nice because during that time there, you're like the hottest thing, even in your friends. When you're the bride, listen, bridesmaids they pamper to you, they cater to you. And maybe, yeah, it's for real. I think it could be jealousy in the thing of like, right, I'm seeing all my friends having their time. They're the...
And she's not getting her time, you know?
And you know when your friends start talking, you know, you have your little whatever, you have your few drinks and your girls' night out and your tongue gets a bit loose and said, but listen, you're not getting married, so what, the man doesn't want to marry you? What's going on? When's the ring going on your finger? Then you go home and watch, what was his name? Steve Harvey's film. Think Like a Man. Yes. Then you watch that. Then you read the book, and then you got to try find ways out thinking, okay, and that's when the game starts. Yes. Oh gosh, everyone on the live who just saw that, I apologize for that, but you know, everyone knows right now, yeah, your girl's sick, okay? But the people on there do not need to hear that.
Trust me, that code is not going away.
Listen,
It's not going
it
away.
is stuck. I don't know what is going on. It's like it's married to me. Oh gosh. But okay, she's frustrated. You just got to talk to her. I don't know I think it's talking, but at the same time as well, when he's saying he's not the marrying kind, can that change? Do you think?
Did he even mention to her that he's not the marrying type?
That's what I'm saying.
Because now she want to get married and he's not the kind to get married.
Yes. Because the thing is, if he's told her already, that's just jealousy, and now she's gonna have to backtrack. But if he has never told her, then I feel like that. Then he's in the wrong in that sense.
They need to have a discussion and decide whether we're gonna continue with the relationship or not, because she wants to get married eventually.
Yeah.
But he's not the type to get married,
Yes.
So they need to have a discussion and say, okay, if you're not gonna marry me or whatever, then I guess we gotta end it, because at the end of the day, she wants to get married in the future.
See, do you think that's like is that a deal breaker? Do you think? Do you think so? No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think it is,
Is it?
I think it is.
No, it is. It is. Because I can't be with someone you don't want to get married to. No. But then, you know what? I don't know. I think people can sometimes change. And I think ages as well is a big thing in this. Because I know I went through, like, a couple of years ago, I went to the thing of, for like here, I was like, I'm never getting married. I don't see the point. I never want to get married. And now I'm back to, yes, I do. Like,
but if he really loves her,
yeah,
he'll make his mind up, and
But do you think there's a chance that, like, he could change his mind for her? If you really love a woman.
You could.
That's what I mean.
I mean, you put it all on the table.
Exactly. And then again as well, it could be the reason of why. Why is he not the marrying kind? Maybe he's previously had a marriage, it didn't work.
Maybe he got hurt in the past.
Exactly.
So, she as a woman maybe have to put in more work now to change his mind.
Yes.
Into doing that.
But then is that her job to do that though? Do you believe?
Well, when you've been hurt in the past by other females,
yes,
I think she kind of needs to step up a bit and say, well, hey, I wouldn't do that or whatever.
Yeah, but do guys do that though? Do guys do that when it's females? I think it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
It does. Because you see, when you sometimes we have insecurities and stuff like that, and sometimes instead of saying, you know what, let me actually help this person through it, or to get the trust back, sometimes it's just easy to say, you know what, I can't handle this. Let me just step away from the relationship. I can't take all these trust issues. I can't take all the pain and the baggage you're bringing from your past relationships. We don't know. And if that's one of the reasons you don't want to get married, that's not valid enough.
Yeah, that's not valid enough.
It's really not, because this is a whole new person. You've entered a whole new relationship. So,
yeah, but that's why now she have to let him know that, you can let your guard down.
Yes, it's true. That is very true. Oh, okay, so we've got a message here. Let's go. If she's withholding sex because all of her friends are getting married and he hasn't asked us yet, I believe she has it twisted. A lot of females get married for the wrong reasons. Some get married because they want a wedding and not for marriage. Very true. My question is she really ready for marriage, or she just doesn't want to be left behind? In terms of him not being the marrying type, I think that is something that should be communicated from the jump, yeah. If he didn't, then he needs to sit her down and have a conversation and see where they can go from there. What do you take from that bit? I
think that person have a point.
Definitely.
Is she even ready to get married,
It's true.
Because she's seen all her friends getting married,
Yes.
but marriage is not a one-day thing.
Exactly. And this is the thing as well. Obviously I've never been married in my life yet, but it's like I feel like when people get married, yeah, I get told this, everything changes. Like something happens, and it's like something just changes.
I heard the ring changes
Yeah,
everything.
I've heard this. Like so many people have told me this, and it's true. Like some people are really not even ready for marriage.
Yeah.
Just because you see your friends in the year, they've had this good day, they've had a nice party, they've had a lovely honeymoon. When they come home, right, it does not mean that necessarily everything is gonna be nice and easy.
Because I was at a wedding. I went to a wedding in New York last month, and I keep telling my boy, I say, yo, do not let that ring change y'all. You know, the ring.
Yeah.
It's just a ring. Keep
Yes.
doing the things y'all was doing before y'all got married. You
For
know.
real, yeah. It's true. I think marriage is definitely something you can't rush into, and I think there is a lot of people who probably do rush into it for the pure fact of, you know, it just seems nice. It looks glamorous saying, "Oh, I've got a husband," or "Oh, I've got my husband," or you know, "I've got my wife," and whatever. But it's not. There's more to it. And then even though we've even said that, you know, the ring changes, it's just a ring. It's not just necessarily just a ring, you know, because this is the thing. Unless you signed a prenup. Unless you sign that prenup, yeah, everything that was once yours is legally not yours technically anymore. It's both of yours together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
maybe he's not ready to give it up all.
this could be a thing as well, because it could be a thing of, you know, he could be very, very, you know, well off or whatever, and it's like once you get back, I've seen this very close up, and once you get married, some people literally, they're just out for themselves in life.
Yep.
They are, and they're going to do anything or climb over anybody to get to where they kind of want to go to. And then once you marry someone with no prenup and you divorce them, your bank account could be looking a lot healthier than before, and that is sad. And I think
maybe she don't want to do that prenup thing anyways.
And that's another issue as well.
But then if you doing a prenup, that means you don't have trust in that person.
See, do you believe so?
I think maybe you're trying to protect yourself in the future, but then again, the next person might be thinking,
It's true.
Maybe you think we won't make it.
This is okay. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a personal question here?
Yeah.
Would you sign? Okay, would you have a prenup?
No.
Wouldn't you do one?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah. If I have to marry someone, I know they have to be that person.
Yes.
So I ain't even rushing into nothing. No.
Yeah. Well, here we go. That's the thing. Yeah. No, you see me. No, you know what? I wouldn't. Because for me, if someone come and ask me to sign the prenup before marriage, I'm like, would you? That means you're like getting ready for us to fail.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
You know?
But at the same time, now I think halfway through I'd be worried.
You marrying a person you know, maybe they wouldn't want anything after. If it even
it's
ends,
true, you know.
maybe they say,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I don't want your
Keep
stuff. I'm independent. I don't need your stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to know who you get married to.
Yeah.
It all comes down to that.
It's true, because you can't be marrying someone who you've got little. You're right. Yes, yes. No, that's most definitely true. Okay. We've got the doctor's message. We're gonna go to the doctor now. We're gonna go to the doctor. What the doctor has to say. I know it's what people be waiting for, so we're gonna talk to the doctor. And the doctor has said, Dr. Confidant. Yeah, she's part of the relationship drama, and her statement today is: marriage can be a beautiful union. But to put it briefly, you can't be forced into this union by such conditions and expect to live happily ever after. Withholding intimacy may not be the best way to go about getting the point across. But to continue to be honest with your partner about your intentions for this relationship, and maybe you could offer her relationship security in another way. It is worthwhile talking about it, as you may also realize there are more than one reason why she no longer wishes to express herself to you sexually. Very true. Very true. You know, we left the whole part about withholding sex. We can't. I think today, right? Well, for me as a female, if a male withheld sex from me because you're mad, that's fine. That is fine, you know. I'm a big woman. We can sort ourselves out. Do you get what I'm saying? Men, you're big men. You know, you two can sort yourselves out too. But it's like at the same time, you can't withhold sex with someone for a long period of time, right? Without talking, explaining, and just doing that. Because I think if you just withhold sex and that's it, right? You're not talking about the reason why you're mad, but you're giving them the silent treatment as well. We're too grown for that at this age.
If someone is withholding sex, I probably think something other than, you know, they're just withholding sex, probably they're doing something outside.
But this is what I'm saying, because that's what it's going to end up leading to.
So, yeah, at least discuss what's the whole problem.
Yes. Yes. It sounds like in this situation, this couple definitely need to have a sit down and really talk about what is going on, because really he's here thinking it's one thing, and sometimes what we think it is something completely different.
Yeah.
Completely. It's either like we're not really listening, or we don't care. But that's why it always comes down to communication. Every single time there is a relationship drama, understand The communication always has to come in there somehow, because communication is key. You can't understand something until you explain something to somebody else. You can't just expect people to, explain things. And we've got another message just come through. Let's get into this one. Hello. I'm going to do just hello. This is how I feel the person will say it. Hello. I'm guessing he not the marrying type, but he has needs. His girlfriend is not obligated to have sex with him, especially if he doesn't even plan on making her his wife. That's an interesting comment, actually. That's interesting to me. That is interesting to me, because it's like, you know what, it's true. But I think, right, if you're having sex, frequently anyway, in your relationship, right, and they've been together for 5 years. 5 years. You've been having sex for 5 years frequently, and then you just stop. It's like,
what is going on?
Yeah.
And to question it.
Yeah, you really have to, because, and should I tell you why I say that as well? Is because in this comment, I'm not coming back to the comment with this one. In the comment they said, especially if he doesn't even plan on making her his wife. I would say this, right? And this is for the females, honestly, if it's like, you want to save yourself for marriage, etc., stuff like that, and there's completely nothing wrong with that. I really respect people who are celibate and abstinent and all that stuff there. But if you want to do that, and you want to do that 5 years after you've been in a relationship with a man and having sex with him for 5 years, I don't think that's right. Personally, I don't. That's not fair.
You're trying to torture me now?
Exactly, because 5 years is a long time, a very long time. And then one day you wake up and just say, we're not having sex anymore because I'm not your wife. That's why they say, sometimes, don't let them have the cookie. Don't let them go into the cookie jar too early. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Until you really know. Because once you get into that cookie and you start eating the biscuit, you get addicted. And you just eat it every day. Do you know what I'm saying? And now look. And now you want to tell them the cookies are finished in the jar. You can't do that. You can't do it. Yeah. But I understand. But I think if you started off and you said, I don't want to have sex till marriage until I'm a wife or whatever, that's a whole different situation. But then within this as well, his girlfriend is not obligated to have sex, because nobody is obligated to have sex with anybody. That's facts. At all. Mm-hmm. Okay? If someone says no, it's no. Straight. There's no. You can even be my whole husband. If I say no, it's no. In fact, that's law. So, yeah. Ooh, people on the live here, you're not really seeing, like, it's craziness. But don't worry, next week, hopefully, we'll be back to normal. But yes, let's get into it. And then we've got something else here, and someone has said, why do men think that they are not the marrying kind, especially for those who already live together? That's pretty much almost married life.
It is. You'll see that because, we're living together, we're doing everything together. Yeah. There's just no ring to sign the deal.
Exactly. But haven't you heard that thing of where they say, don't do wifely things. Well, I'm saying it from the female side, but don't do things. I'm going to say it as female. Don't do wifely things for a man, yeah. You're giving him the milk or the cow? There's some type of analogy. In other words, saying, don't act like a wifey, because then you're doing everything as a wife would do. Then he has no reason to really put a ring on your finger, because he's thinking to himself,
everything is good already.
I've got everything already. So what's the point of putting the ring on there? But imagine though.
I guess people would think like that too. I wouldn't think like that. But...
No, I would. If I've got someone who's looking at me like a husband, listen, you better be my husband. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's true. But some people, they just, they're getting everything anyway. So it's like, what's the point of putting the ring on the finger? And that's even more commitment. That's even more, you've definitely got me now. Whereas I don't really need to put in that commitment, and I still get everything. And sometimes the girlfriend's treating him better than some of his friends' wives. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's the point of doing that? Because it's like, when I become wife, it's like, she didn't have to do it necessarily. Because once you're married, remember. You're married. Okay.
Certain things they be saying, when you get married, the females are, I wouldn't say the females are on, but they let themselves go. They don't care no more. They don't watch what they eating, and
you know what I think it is. I think it's comfortable. Exactly. Yeah. You get comfortable, and that, you know what, males, you should be lucky if a female got comfortable with you. You should be lucky. No, that's comfortable. And the thing is, for me, what's so funny is that I'm a very comfortable person anyway. So me, right? I think, and this is why I'm open and how I am, because it's like, if I ever get with somebody, you've seen how I was from the beginning, like. I'm just how I am. I just can't change. I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But no, it's true. I know people do that because when you're trying to get the man, you know, you want to be the worm on the fish hook. You know, you want to be the pretty worm. You want to be the, you know, juicy and nice and thing. And then, you know, for the fish to catch you. But once that fish catches you now, he just you up. Do you know what I mean? And then you just whatever. Now you become comfortable, and the same thing goes for guys as well. I feel. I thought at the beginning, you know, guys do the most. They sometimes do the most. You know, they want to take you here, they take you there. You know, they give you their compliments, how beautiful you are. And you get married, and it's like, you know, it gets to the point of you stop saying, "Oh, you look nice. You look nice today." Or, "Oh, that dress looks good on you." It just turns into a, you know, "Oh, yeah, okay." Or hurry up and relax. Marriage is. Don't rush into it. That's what I've got to say. Do not rush into marriage. Oh, we've got another thing here. Someone has said, maybe the woman doesn't feel... and I was just about to say this. Maybe the woman doesn't feel appreciated, so she's trying to get through to the man. Let him know what time it is. I just don't think the whole withholding sex thing is the best way to necessarily go about it. Because what are you expecting the man to... The only thing you can do is talk.
That's my thing, Lydia. My thing is communication is key.
Yes.
You have a problem, you discuss it and get it over with.
Yeah.
Don't give him the silent treatment, because then he, as a man now, well, men always go through that all the time. Women will be mad at something.
Yeah, I want to hear this. I really want to hear this. Ladies, wait. Ladies, right? Attention. A man is about to give us, you know... Let's know. He's going to give us the clues.
So women be mad at something, right?
Yes.
And they're not saying what they're mad at. They're just silent treatment. They're walking around banging, slamming doors. I'm like, what did I do? Babe, what did I do? Nothing. Okay, but you're slamming the doors and all them stuff like that.
Yes. What
is that? What is up with that?
Yes. No, you know what it is? Everyone's different, for real. Because sometimes when you're mad, you don't want to talk to the person, because you know if you're talking, you're not talking, you're screaming. Or you know when you get so angry, you can't even get the words out. Like me, I know when I'm mad, I can't even speak. There'll be tears coming down my eyes before I can even say anything, because I'm just mad. But yeah, you slam because you're getting your anger out and your frustration out. And sometimes it's a thing of, by doing them little things here, you're making yourself feel better to just drop it. To just drop the whole situation, because it could be so petty. It could be a small little thing that you did that, you know, it doesn't need to be an argument to then explode even more. But you know, you still got that anger and that irritation inside of you, so you're doing your little thing because you want to make sure you know that he's mad. You know, he needs to know that you're mad. Do you know what I'm saying? But you can't deal with a whole massive argument from there. And
I don't know. I always put it that if there's an issue, let's deal with it at the get
one time. But everyone's, you know what I always used to say that, but I really noticed now that everyone's different. Some people can't straight away after something, they just can't talk, or they're just very foul. You know when you have that foul mood, and when someone says it, whatever, and the comeback you said, you regret it. Like 5 minutes later, you're like, I shouldn't have said that. If I count it to 10, it didn't have to go that far.
You're right. Everybody's not the same, you know?
Yeah.
My thing can be your thing. So.
But I know exactly what you're saying, because when you let stuff linger, it usually gets worse and it gets bigger. Do you know what I'm saying? But you need to know your person, and this is what I'm saying. You need to know who you're getting into them situations with. Okay, you really got to be looking at your partner. You just can't get a partner just because they're cute, because looks and everything fade at the end of the day. It's all about inside, you know. You know. But yes, back to it. Yes, back to it. So let me do the question again for people who have just tuned in. And guys, remember, you can message us, okay? Make sure you message us on the WhatsApp, or even on the Facebook Live, you can message us too. But the question is, my girlfriend of 5 years has been withholding sex. She won't admit it, but it may have something to do with her friends all getting married. And she's frustrated that I haven't asked her. I'm not the marrying kind, and I have needs. A 5-year relationship is a long time. That's what I'm thinking.
This day and age, it's a long time.
in this time, but no, for real.
Because relationships don't last long nowadays. So you have 5 years?
5 years. I think 5 years I'm looking for ring for real, like, personally. Yeah. But this is the thing when it comes, but the guy, sir, you really need to talk to her, because if you've been together for 5 years and you haven't even mentioned marriage, or even if she's mentioned marriage, but you've kind of ignored it or curved it in a way, she's probably thinking, okay, because she's investing 5 years of her time. If she's someone who's thinking she's getting married, that's a long time. You think you're building foundations, and then just to find out you're not getting married or seeing everyone. And the thing is as well, some people just don't like to talk about marriage in a relationship because they can feel it's pressure. And then it's like, because me, I'm not going to come to a man and, do drop to start to, you know, I can't lie.
To
Yeah,
me,
well, yes, I will.
me,
Who am I lying?
A woman should not be coming to a man to say, I'm ready to get married.
Oh, no,
You know?
no, we don't do them things.
He has to come on his own, and you know.
Yes. And that's the thing. So she's probably mad, and this is the only way she could try
And get his attention.
Yes. Oh, then again, it depends, because if he's even close with her friends, because you know, I think 5 years, yeah, your friends know your partner at that point. You might have gone out on double dates, etc. So maybe she's hoping that within this, he's gonna go and say, go to one of the friends, say, do you know what's going on with her, or I'm noticing something's not right. Then the friends, because understand, females, every female's different, but sometimes females like to talk. So your friends will know everything that's going on, like, why is he not marrying me, and blah, blah, blah. And maybe she's waiting or thinking maybe he's gonna go talk to the friend about it. But in this, I would say don't go to her friends. This has got to be between you and them.
Yeah.
When you bring other people into your relationship, oh child,
Always complicates things, you know.
What?
Always.
Like a couple is 2, a few is 3+. You're a couple, okay? So stick to the 2. Don't be adding people into. No, we ain't got time for that now. No.
That's why most relationships fail these days.
Exactly.
You always go to your friend for advice.
Yes.
Instead of just discussing it among each other.
Exactly. And then social media. That's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother level of social media.
That's something different, and that's the thing. People these days, I think we forget like the fundamentals of a relationship sometimes. And in one moment, it's 2 people.
Another thing with social media nowadays is like a meme determines your relationship.
Oh
you know?
my God, it's so true. Oh my gosh, and you know people are so fast. Like you can put anything up though, right? And people are ready to be up in your thing. You can just put single or just put. No, it's crazy to me. Yeah, I mean for real, it really will. And especially when people are looking, see people in relationship stuff. You're searching social medias and everything. See, is this person? But why? Why is it like that? And the thing is, I know a lot of people who just lie on their social medias anyway. They just lie.
Yeah.
Or they just don't even, some people don't even know people in a relationship because they just don't show it on their social media at all.
I think that's the best way to go right now.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think...
Or maybe they could be aware that you're in a relationship.
Yeah, but not...
But don't always have your business up there like that constantly.
Yes. And I think that's when you said about the business, that's one thing that's like, that really shocked me, because I think it's different of like maybe having a picture of your partner up, that's it. Or just having a picture, just people know your relationship, yeah, but when you start having issues and you go to social media for stuff like that, that's a whole that's a breakdown. That's a breakdown, because no one needs to know really your friends shouldn't even really be knowing your business, what's going on in your relationship in a sense, but sometimes you need people to talk to, you know, you can't help it. But Roots, so are you ready to say the final words for this? Because we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, well, for me, you know, you just have to talk to your partner about the situation.
Yes.
Say, hey, when are we going to be getting married? And all that stuff like that. Talk to your partner. Let's hear what he has to say about it. What is his reason for not wanting to get married as yet, you know? There's always reason into everything, you know? Exactly.
Definitely, no, for real.
Yeah.
You just got to learn to, you know, listen and understand. I think understanding is always a big thing as well, you know. You definitely have to be understanding. But people, my final words for this one is, as we said, I don't want to keep repeating myself. That, sir, you're going to have to go talk to your lady. Talk to her. And ladies, I was going to say, well, not even ladies, everybody out there, yeah, withholding sex from people, just talk. Say the reason. Just say the reason, okay? Just be like, you know what, this is what it is. This whole little childish petty games that, you know, sometimes happens in relationships, they have to stop. They really have to. They have to stop. If you want a happy relationship, there's too much rubbish going on in the world, right? To have the person who's meant to be your peace giving you stress. Let your peace be your peace. Okay? Okay. But yes, that was relationship drama for today on Thursday, the 31st of October. It was a great one. Did you enjoy it, Roots?
Yeah, it was a good one today.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we got deeper into the topic more than we're supposed to, but...
Yeah. What do you mean? We can go as deep as we can. Where? If anything, we should have went deeper. Next time you're on, we're going deeper, okay?
All right.
Yes, we're going to round it up. Now we're going to shut it down. I'm going to go on a little ad break to pay the bills. And when we come back, we are coming back with Tune of the Day, okay? So yes, make sure you don't go anywhere. That was your relationship drama segment.
You've got drama? Well, bring it on. It's the Relationship Drama segment on Our Nation FM. Saturdays from 11 to 12, 1 full hour of dance hall.
Your station, my station, we station, Rebel Nation. If you're not listening to us, what the hell are you listening to? Yo, it's your girl Fair Lines, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, picking up Rebel Nation, our station, our station, your station, my station, we station, Rebel Nation. If you're not listening to us, what the?
Outside on a bonus spliff, you me take boy girl for the fun of it, you know.
Tobago, picking up Rebel Nation, our station, our station, your station, my station, we station, Rebel Nation. If you're not listening to us, what the hell are you listening to? Yo, it's your girl Fair Lines.